Good morning. I need to move my laptop closer. I think my eyes are getting worse. Okay, I can kind of read that. Morning, Trisha. Give people a second to hop on. We've got a great workout today. I think it's going to be exactly what I need. Jared is in Nashville this weekend for a wedding. So I'm on Meryl duty. And honestly, that's kind of okay. She had a really good night last night. And she has her second to last set of shots today at her vet appointment. So we are very excited for her to get that last set of shots because then we can walk her outside actually, which is going to be such a game changer. So hey, Teresa, Reggie, John, Nick, Chris, Crystal, Darren, good morning. Okay, so let's hop right into it. Today's workout, we've got an upper body and core workout that's going to be about 20 minutes long. The format of it is going to be that we are going to have 3 rounds of 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off of 6 different movements. So the 15 seconds is a rest period, but it's also your transition period. So we shouldn't be using that 15 seconds of rest and then transitioning to the next movement, right? We want to be working for that entire 45 seconds if possible, okay? So really quickly, before we get started, let's just go over the movements, go over some technique, and make sure that we don't have any questions. If you do have any questions, put them in the chat. We'll get them answered before we start the workout. Movement number 1 is going to be the dead start hammer curl. So if you've never done these before, they're actually a little bit more difficult than you expect them to be, right? You're going to be sitting up nice and tall. Legs are going to be straight. Elbows are going to be glued to your sides. Puff out your chest. And from here, this is the dead start part, right? We are going to be picking up those dumbbells and bringing them to our biceps. So here and then down. And you're going to open up your grip and relax. Up. Try not to make any noise as you set those dumbbells down on the ground. The reason we're doing this is because regardless of how much we try not to have any kind of momentum when we're doing bicep curls, there's always a little bit of momentum, right? And the most difficult part of the movement is the initiation of the movement. So when we open up our grip and reset, we're really focusing on a smaller range of motion, but that really tough part of the movement. So we'll be doing those for 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Then we'll be going back, leaning back on our elbows for our oblique crunch. So we've been doing these a little bit more recently. I really like them. They're kind of like the half body crunch where you're bringing your knees all the way up, but you're gonna add an extra twist at the top. So I'm gonna twist to the right, really squeeze my obliques, come back to neutral, twist to the left, really squeeze my obliques, and then back to neutral. And we'll be doing those for 45 seconds. Next movement, we're gonna go into some tall kneeling Philly press. So Philly press just means that we're going to be holding that dumbbell in our front rack position as we're working the other dumbbell, okay? So from here, we're going to have both dumbbells in this front rack position. I'm going to go right arm up, externally rotate, and switch. Externally rotate, internally rotate. Alternating for those 45 seconds. Minute 3, you're going to find your quadruped position, which is going to be all fours. Make sure your knees are directly underneath your hips, wrists directly underneath your shoulders. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under, bring our knees 2 inches off the ground, really pull our belly button to our spine, and go into some shoulder taps. These are a really tricky movement. What I don't want to see is you rocking from side to side, right? If you had a glass of water on your back, you should be able to do these without knocking off that water. I know that that is a tall request, but you can definitely do it by really squeezing your core as much as possible. Next, we'll be going into the closed grip floor press. So we'll be leaning on our back. Knees are going to be up to the ceiling. Bring those dumbbells up and then squeeze them together From here, I want you to keep your elbows as close to your body as possible and think about bringing those dumbbells down to your belly button rather than your sternum. So down here, and then create an arc as you come back up to bring those dumbbells back over your sternum. So see that there's a little bit of a curve in this trajectory. So you're bringing them down to your belly button and then pushing up back to your sternum to really get that underside of your pec. We'll be doing those closed grip floor presses for 45 seconds. And then lastly, we have our levers. So our hands are going to be underneath our bum. Feet up to the sky. Feet come down just an inch above the ground. Come up and pop the hips. Come up and pop the hips. I forgot that I need a towel so that my back doesn't make that noise on the ground. So let's grab that towel. Let's grab our dumbbells, and then we'll get going in about 1 minute. Meryl's being a very good girl this morning. She's not making a peep. Dead start hammer curls, oblique crunch, Philly press, quadruped shoulder taps, close grip floor press, and levers. Those 6 movements, 3 rounds of that should be 18 minutes, if I'm doing my math right, I believe. Yeah. Yes. And it's going to be great. It's going to be a perfect little sweat. Morning, Scott, Rob, Sean, and Tim. All righty, let's get started. Let's get into our position for those dead start hammer curls. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. They were really focused on strength. Making sure the form is staying 100% throughout the entire movement. "15 more seconds. Two, 1, and rest. Good. Oblique crunches are next. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. Hope you all are listening to either the Broadway playlist or the pop playlist. I need to go through this week and update it a little bit. Some new songs we have to add. So I was thinking about it, and even though this was not on the list that people requested for the new pop workouts, what do you think about an Adele workout? I know that sounds weird, but I actually think that there could be like some really good bops. Like Rolling in the Deep would be really good. Maybe we'd like be working out and crying at the same time. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Philly press. Going in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice and controlled for this Philly press. Try and keep that elbow going forward as opposed to out to the side. Squeeze your core, squeeze your butt. Try not to let your rib cage flare out, right? 3, 2, 1, and rest. Quadruped shoulder taps. I was just recording regular shoulder taps for a workout, and I was like, oh my God. And go. We haven't done these in forever. They're so hard to do them well. Such a good movement. "15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Close grip floor press is next. See what I'm talking about? Like 45 seconds is just such a good amount of time for each of these movements. I just feel good right now. 2, 1. Here we go. I should really take my advice though and transition a little bit faster. Really focus on that arc in this movement. It's going to mirror that triangle press that we do for our push-ups or triangle push-ups. And rest. Good. Levers are last. And then that is round 1. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I want our focus for nutrition this week to be on fiber. I don't want you to go about adding any extra fiber to your diet, but I do want you to kind of look up how much fiber you're probably eating daily. You know, if you're eating beans, look how much fiber is in those beans. Look how much fiber is in the cereal that you're eating. Or if you're using something like psyllium husk and rest, that's round 1. Back to those dead start hammer curls. If you're using something like psyllium husk, how much fiber are you really getting? Because next week we'll talk about how much fiber you should be getting and how we can kind of implement that. And go. I know anything related to our poop we really don't like to talk about. I don't like to talk about it. But it's so important. I can't stress enough how important it is. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Oblique crunches. So this week, count up your average daily amount of fiber. We'll talk about it. 2, 1, here we go. Really get that twist at the top. Five, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Philly presses next. And go. Two, one, and rest. Quad shoulder taps. Three, two, one, and go. Try and get those knees a little bit closer to the ground. Mine keep on wanting to come up. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Close grip, floor press. Three, two, one. Here we go. These are probably my favorite kind of floor press, just because it's easiest to really isolate your pecs. And we do that by really squeezing our pecs together as we bring those dumbbells back up. Five seconds. And rest. Levers. This workout is flying by. 2, 1. Here we go. Five. And rest. Last round, going into those dead start hammer curls. Sit up nice and tall. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Really control the descent. Almost done. 5 seconds. and rest. Oblique crunches. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Philly press. Truly, this workout is flying by. Oh, feels so good though. So good to move my body. 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. "15 seconds. Keep it up, keep it up." 3, 2, 1, and rest. Quadruped shoulder taps. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. "10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Close grip floor press. 2 more minutes. And go. "10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest." Levers are last. Let's finish strong. Let's do it. Going in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. "15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Killer job today. Thank you so much for working out with us this weekend. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and join us next week for our Halloween workout. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. I will see you then. Definitely check out PRIDEFIT if you enjoyed this workout at www.pridefit.com. You can get a 7-day free trial, and I will see you next week. Bye. Let's go take Meryl to the vet.